guys, welcome back to Scar Guys, and today we're going to talk about a new deck tech today, under $200, and it is Bria Riptide Rogue. And today, the official release of Bloomboro. Hopefully, you guys have or had a great pre-release weekend with playing some new cards, seeing how they work, seeing all the new mechanics. But today, we're going to talk about one specific card and the whole deck, and let's just get right into it. So when building this, I was like, man, this is a pretty easy, budget deck tech right here. This is a pretty simple, very easy, because Bria Riptide Rogue. So let's talk about the ability and why it's very easy build and a very expensive build too. On how it could be really good in an expensive build too, even in CDH as well. So Bria, Riptide Rogue, so I have prowess, other creature you control have prowess, and then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, target creature you control can't be blocked this turn, enter 33, which is a very powerful ability for 4 mana, and then also a lord for all your other creatures. The fact that it gives prowess to tokens was pretty nutty. As well, and then you get the one ability where whenever you cast a creature spell, target creature can't be blocked, which is kind of insane. So you could definitely do this commander with any type of budget you want. You could do $100 one, 200 to 300, so on and so forth, just because the ability there, and because it's red blue, and you're utilizing all the cantrips, all the punch spells there, and then all the creatures are also cheap as well. So that's why I did a $200 build. If you got a expensive build, like $1,000 or $800 build, let's get 20 likes on this video. 20 likes, guys. I know you guys can do it, but let's get right into deck tech. So we got 22 creatures. The 22 creatures are Archmage, Ashling, Flame Dancer, Belmore, Battlemage, Captain, Bergie, Corsication Mage. Jesus, I cannot speak. Which is one new card from Bloomboro, which is a Otter Wizard Offspring. Basically, you tap you pay 2 mana into it, and then you get a copy of it. Just it'll be 1/1, and then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent, which is really good. Just having 2 though, guys, is insane. And then we got Dreadhorde Arcanist, Eris, Ward of Storm, Exalted Flame of Tazanich. I think that's how you pronounce it. Firebrand Archer. So we do have some pingers with Firebrand Archer and the Mage. And then we got some mana, which is Bergie. And then we got another Lord, which is Balmore, Battle Mage Captain, which is 2 mana. And then all creatures get +1/+0. And then they gain Trample as well whenever you cast it into Sorcery. Not a non-creature, so it's not prowess. And then we got the Dancer as well, which is one new card from Honor Horizon 3, which I think is pretty good in here because we definitely will cast 3 instant sorcery spells this turn. It just seemed pretty good, and then even copies as well affect the Magecraft as well, and then we'll hit 4 mana easily with this card just to get more mana in our pool, just like Bergie, just good mana cards. Then we've got Dreadhorde Arcanist for a little recursion, and it's just a really good card. And then we got Eris, Ward Storm, which basically just creates tokens for us would basically be 2 mana for us every single time, because we'll have enough instant sorceries where it could reduce the cost to 2 mana or even 4 mana if we really need to. And then it creates tokens for us, which is really nice. We definitely want to build a giant board state where we could win the game from there. And then the dragons also have prowess, so we don't really need our commander to win. We just need a lot of creature with prowess on the board to start going off. And then we have Exalted Flamer, which is pretty cool, which is a really nice recursion spell creature. And then when we cast it into Sorcery spell, deal 1 damage to each opponent. So it's also a pinger and a recursion. And then we have Archmage, which helps us draw cards, and it's pretty nice. And then also Flame Dancer draws a card as well, so let's not forget about that. But let's move on to the next slide here, which is Goblin Electromancer, Gutter Snipe, Harmonic Prodigy, Kitsa, Otterball Elite, which one of the new cards here. So it's a blue and 1 colorless, Vigilance, Prowess, and then tap, draw a card, and then discard card. So it's a really nice looter. And then pay 2. Copy target instant sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. Activate only Kitsu power at 3 or greater, which is really nice. This is very easy to get off, and just the fact that we're copying the spell, getting more triggers, getting more value off of our creatures. Honestly, I thought about putting Stella in here because I think Stella seems amazing in this list. But you guys could definitely choose if you guys want to put Stella in here or not. I just want to keep it like low curve on theme of what we're doing in this list. So we got Sprite Dragon, Stormkill Artisan, Stormcatcher Mentor, which is a really insane card for uncommon. So it has haste, prowess, and then and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. And it's a 1/1/2. So I think this is a really sweet card. I think it's amazing, and yeah, there's just nothing to it. Just a really sweet value card there. Then we got Storm Splitter, which is another new card. Basically our endgame card. Whenever you cast an insert sorcery spell, create a token that's a copy of Storm Splitter, and then exile the tokens at the beginning of your next end step. So basically, you're making a lot of tokens because the copy will have the same build-in and cast another one. You make 4, then 8, then 16, 32, so on and so forth. And then we've got Third Path, which is a token maker. So Goblin Electromancer and Storm Chaser are our reduction costs, and we got Gutter Snipe. With Ping Your Opponent, Harmonic Prodigy helps us trigger abilities with our Wizards or Shaman. So we do have quite a bit of Wizards in here since our Storm Splitter is a Wizard and our Commander is also... Oh no, I think our Commander is a Rogue. But we do have quite a bit of Wizards in here, and it does have Prowess as well. Then we got Kitsa, Otterball Elite, which has Prowess, and then a Looter, and then it copies, which is 3 ability basically, which is really nice. And then we got Sprite Dragon, which is a classic, just a prowess creature. Basically prowess, but it's a good counters now, +1/+1 till the end turn. Then we got Stormkill Artisan for the mana. And then, yeah, that's basically it. And then we got Third Path for token just to create more, so we could have our tokens have prowess with our commander out. But yeah, I think that's it there. And then we got Thunderclap Drake, Valley Flood Caller, Veyron, Voice of Duality, and Young Pyromancer. So Valley Flood Caller is another new card, so it has Flash, and then you may cast non-creature spells as though they have Flash. And then whenever you cast a non-creature spell, birds, frogs, otters, and rats you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn and untap them, which is really nice. It's not too powerful. We only care about the first ability, but I want to put some new Bloomburrow cards in this list just because it's budget, and I love to see what everyone else is brewing with their list. And then we have Reduction card with Thunderclap Drake, and also a copy, which is really nice. And then we got Veyron, Voice of Duality, which is pretty insane. Just copies, and then they get basically prowess. And then we got Young Pyromancer with Craze Token for us to get more value. But yeah, that's all the creatures. We're basically token heavy on some of our creatures, and then some trigger abilities and some draw as well. And then got Pingers of Will. But that's the summary of our creatures. Let's move on to the good old artifacts. So we're running 4 artifacts, something simpler here, right? We got Arcane Signet, Midnight Clock, Soul Ring, and Talisman Creativity. It's pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Midnight Clock is basically once that gets to 12, we basically win the game. I feel like we just shuffle our library and then just draw another new 7 and then just start going off from there. And then we just got some mana, so pretty simple there. And we are playing 24 instances, which is very important for this list since we do need to play a lot of spells to trigger prowess. So we are playing a Braid, an offer you can't refuse, Arcane Denial, Blazing Crescendo, Consider, Demand Answer, Desperate Ritual, Dynacharge, Fists of Flame. So all the card pretty good. So we got some interaction pieces, which is Braid, an offer you can't refuse, and then Arcane Denial, all pretty good. And then we got Blazing, which buffs our creatures and also exiles the top card of my library, and then we get to play it till the end turn, which is pretty nice. And then we got Consider, which is more draw, Demand Answers, more draw, Disrupt Ritual, more mana, and then it's going to be reducted to 1 red, which is really nice in this list. And we got Dynacharge, which is the overload cost, which is really nice. So it's basically an end game card for 1 mana or 3 mana, basically, since we're playing the overload cost. Since all creatures are going to get +1/+1 with the prowess triggers, they're going to be 4s, 4/2s. When they get big, I'm thinking of the tokens that are 1/1s, but any creature with prowess are just going to get disgustingly huge with this 1 card. And then we also have Fist of the Flame, which is a draw card till the end of turn. Target creature gains trample and gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand drawn this turn. Which is really disgusting as well, because we are going to target our commander, because there are ways that we could have lethal with our commander as well. So it's 21 damage, swing our opponent, kill them. But yeah, let's move on to the next slide here. So we got Fanatic Search, Galvanic Iteration, Great Train Heist, Lightning Bolt, Peak, Pognify, Psychotic Fury, Pyretic Ritual, and Quicken. So all the cards pretty good. So we got some draw here, which is Fanatic Search. Fanatic Search and Peak as well. Look at target player's hand, which is pretty relevant in some cases, just to make sure the lane's clear of the player that you're concerned about when they have untapped mana. Then we got Galvanic. Jesus, I cannot speak at all for some of these cards. And I know I'm going to get some people in the comments, but that's okay. Basically just copy spells and add flashback as well, which is really nice for a deck. And then we got Great Train Heights, which is another finisher card because we're going to take an extra combat and make a lot of mana. Then we got Lightning Bolt for another piece of interaction. This is a rare case where Lightning Bolt's pretty good in this list. Then we got Pognify, which is another piece of interaction. Then we got Psychotic Fury, which target multicolored creature gains double strike till the end turn, draw a card. Basically target commander, gain double strike, which is pretty good. Then we got Pyretic Ritual, make more mana, and then we got Quicken, which is basically cantrip, and also helps our spells can't be countered. So any of our extra combat spells basically can't be countered. So let's move on to the next slide here. We got Rapid Hybridization, Reality Shift, Seething Song, Snap, Tamer Battle Rage, and Thrill of Possibility. So all the cards pretty good. So we got two more pieces of interaction, which is Rapid Hybridization, or actually three. Rapid Hybridization, Reality Shift, and also Snap. Snap is amazing just because we get an untapped 2 land, so basically a free removal spell for us. And then we got more mana with Seething Song, and then Tamer Battle Rage. Basically target our commander, and then it will just gain double strike and also gain trample as well. And then we got Thrill of Possibility, which is another piece of draw. So I think all of our instances are pretty great. We get to make so much mana. We get to draw a lot of cards. And yeah, I like it so far. So let's move on to sorceries. So we're playing only 10 sorceries. We are playing Blast Act, Crash Through, Expressive Iteration, Finale of Promise, Haze of Rage, Pearl of Wisdom, Ponder, Blast Portal, and then Strike It Rich. So all the cards pretty important here. So I do want to run at least one board wipe if we're running slow. And then Crash Through is another cantrip, Expressive Iteration, another cantrip as well. Finale of Promise, which is a really insane card because you get 3 spells off of 1 or 2 mana, which I think is pretty great. And then Haze of Rage, which is really nice. We got to buy that back. Then if we have Goblin Electromancer and Storm or Thunderclap Drake, basically the buyback is going to be really cheap. And we have our Stormkill Artisan and Bria out, we get to really just cast the spell for free how many times we want, and all our creatures are going to be lethal. And it has Storm as well, which is insanely good. And then we got Pearl of Wisdom, which is basically going to be 1 mana for our deck, draw 2. And then we got Ponder, Splash Portal, which basically just flickers our commander or anything else that's an otter, frog, or rat, just to draw a card off of it, which is the most important part. We really wanted to draw cards. And then Strike It Rich, which helps us produce more mana. And then we got Warlord's Fear, we get our creatures first strike and then draw a card. And then let's talk about the enchantments. So we're playing 3 enchantments here. We are playing Arcane Bombardment, Storm Chaser's Talent, 1000-Year Storm. All pretty cool cards. And then we're going to talk about this one card here, which is a new card, Storm Chaser Talent. So when Storm Chaser Talent enters the battlefield, or enters, create a 1/1 blue-red otter creature token with prowess. And then for 4, when this class becomes a level 2, return trigger instant or sorcery card from your hand to your graveyard to your hand, which is really nice for 4 mana. And then for 6 mana, whenever you cast a sorcery, create a 1/1 blue red otter creature token with prowess. So pretty late game card there. You get to do some disgusting stuff, and then you already know what 1000-Year Storm Arcane Bombardment do. So let's move on to the one Planeswalker we're playing. Guess what? We're playing Ral, the Crackling Wick. So I think he's pretty great, just because we get to ult him really quick, and then the hit plus ability great because we get to create a 1/1 blue red otter creature token with prowess, and then -3 draw 3, and then discard 2, and then draw 3 cards. You get an emblem. Whenever with instant sorcery spells you cast have Storm, which is insanely gross with some of the cards that we have. So it's definitely easy to get to -10. with Ral, and I think he's a pretty reasonable Planeswalker as well, just to play in normal decks as well. I think he's really cool. But yeah, let's move on to the lands here. We're playing 35 lands. Pretty simple here. Cascading Bluffs, Celophyllid Coliseum, Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Fiery Islet, Mystic Sanctuary, Seven Reef, Sokenzan's Crucible of Defiance, and then Steam Vents. All pretty cheap and reasonable. Steam Vents is only $11 and everything else is less than that. And then we are playing... Oh no, I messed up. So, another Cascading Buff. So, Silver Falls Training Center, and then we are playing 9 islands and 15 mountains. Pretty reasonable there, since we were playing more red than blue than anything in the deck. And then I believe that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment on what would you add in this budget deck tag. I would say definitely just Stella. Stella seems sweet. I just couldn't find a space for her to be in here. You could honestly cut like another instant if you want. There are definitely a lot of cards to consider making a budget list like this, since all the red-blue cards that you need are budget. You don't have to play any expensive counters. You just need a lot of good cantrips. You just need to go off that turn. And then there are also different infinite combo with Dramatic Reversal and Ashcrown Scepter, which basically win the game because all your creatures are just going to be infinitely big. Which I do love. But yeah, I think that is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I am going to get out of here, and this has been Scry Guys.